Do you think she'll be back?
I don't. I think this is it.
This is it?
I think it's it. I think I don't know why she would come back. And again, 411 days in MMA years is like taking 3 years off from football, 4 years off from football, then going, how that hike? Hit me, huh? You're running the same out route that fucking Jay Rice was running. Well, now you got a guy in Larry Fitzgerald or Antonio Brown running the out route, quicker, faster, different, something we've never seen. And you're gonna try to run that old fucking out route. The 411 days in MMA is 3-4 years in every other sport. That's how fast our sport's growing. Yeah. That's how fast it's going. If I came back right now, I'd look like fucking Jack Dempsey. I've been out for 3 years, whatever the fuck it was. I retired in 2014, December 6th. I look like Jack Dempsey up in that bitch. You're like, what the fuck is this? Sorry, guys. I've been telling dick jokes and doing podcasts. And what happened? You guys don't fight like this anymore? No. Why are you wearing a helmet? Oh, fuck. You guys don't do CTE shit? No. The fuck? It's just the sport evolves so fast, man. It just does. I think those 411 days off were a mistake. I think if she's going to take even longer off now, and then what? She comes back and fights a more seasoned Amanda Nunes and changes what? And everyone goes, dude, she should just change camps. Doesn't work like that. It drives me nuts. You know what? It doesn't drive me nuts. It's people who aren't in this business. Mm-hmm. It just, again, it's a chemistry thing. You can say, oh, go to Jackson's, trains with him. Okay, let's say she does. Let's say her and Greg Jackson don't see eye to eye on certain things. Let's say she doesn't gel with the camp. Let's say she's used to being the only top dog in the gym, but she goes to Jackson's and there's a bunch of killers in there and she doesn't really like it. Let's say she moves to Albuquerque and she gets homesick, doesn't really dig that because she spent her entire judo career traveling around not having a home. Let's say, there's so many X factors that you can't just say, move here and change. Maybe Greg Jackson doesn't vibe with her. Maybe Winklejohn doesn't understand the way she works, so they can't coach her, and she doesn't pick up on that coaching. Maybe her ego's so big, she's not open to new things. You ever think about that? There's certain X factors where a lot of athletes can't just change what they're doing. And people say, well, they would have gave her a better game plan. What would have been the better game plan? Well, she should have stayed on the outside and picked her shots. Okay, she's never done that ever in her career. And so you expect her at the highest level to make those changes while she's shooting all these movies, doing all this shit, to sit on the outside and pick her shots? What are you talking about? It doesn't work like that. That's like turning Peyton Manning into a running quarterback. But he's working with this track coach. I know that's not what he does though. I don't give a fuck if Usain Bolt is coaching him on running straight forward. If that's not your cup of tea and you don't gel with Usain Bolt, it's not going to help you. It's not going to correlate to the game. It just doesn't work like that. There's so many factors in a relationship between a coach and a fighter. It's such an intimate relationship. And that's why Ronda's so loyal to Edmund, even though he's so bad. And he has no business being her coach. And you look at the other guys and women he's coaching, they're so bad. He single-handedly ruined Travis Brown's career, who has more talent than anyone who's ever came through that gym, including Ronda. And he's a terrible fighter now. Even though he beat me. He's a terrible fighter now. And his career's going down the drain. And he loses to Derek Lewis, he'll probably get cut, especially how much they're paying him. So even Ronda can't save you there. But the relationship between a coach and a fighter is so intimate, and it's, on Avatar, I'm going on these weird tangents. On Avatar, how they connect their hair to the horse? Mm-hmm. That's what it's like. And you remember when he first got on that horse, and that horse was like, what the fuck? Well, that's what it's like if a coach and a fighter don't vibe. They're not going to gel together. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why certain fighters couldn't just go work with Freddie Roach, even though he's the best boxing coach in the world. His coaching might not work for somebody. And you're also talking about 30-year-old Ronda, who she's made it pretty fucking far. She's a Hall of Famer doing what she does best. And it's not chucking and jiving, jabbing, Floyd Mayweather mitt sessions and stuff like that. So you can't say that. It's not the NFL. It's not, all right, just take Tony Romo, put on Broncos to win the Super Bowl. Probably. It's plug and play. It's X's and O's. It's very similar coaching. They're not, it's different. They're professionals. What makes college coaches great is they have to build a chemistry. It's not black and white. They have to build a team atmosphere, a brotherlyhood atmosphere where the goal of winning a game is bigger than the accomplishments of yourself. Does that make sense? Yeah. In fighting, it's all you. It's that relationship with that fucking Avatar horse. Hey, Avatar 2, where the fuck are you? Why do they do this shit? It's like Entourage. It came out 6 years too late. I forgot what happened the last season. I remember Ari Gold. That's about it. You're throwing Turtle in my face. You're throwing fucking Johnny Drama. I don't even remember where we left off. Avatar 2 came out when I was in high school. Avatar was the first 3D movie. How many 3D? Hey, man, I don't even remember the last Avatar. Now you fucks and come out with part 2. What's in 2 years? My boy Tate Fletcher's in it. He filmed it like 4 years ago. Hey, man, hurry up with the edit. All right, sorry.
You were going to say something about Ronda, because now that she's apparently not going to come back. Well, who knows, right?
Yeah, I don't think she comes back. It makes no sense. I don't know what's for her.
With their films, you were going to say something about...
Oh, you're talking about movie career? Yeah. That's over. You want me to get into that? Yeah, that's over, because the way that works is Ronda's a far cry from Daniel Day-Lewis. You're talking about a guy who's in entertainment. No one's hiring me for an acting gig because I'm Brendan Schaub. A, I'm not that famous. But B, I'm in the same boat as all the other actors, entertainers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not like if they put me in a movie, the millions of people are going to come out and go to that movie to see me in the movie. So I have to become a student of that game. You have to go to acting class. You have to humble yourself. You have to go through all these processes. With a person like Ronda Rousey, Mike Tyson, the list goes on. LeBron James, with these elite superstar athletes who have a huge fan base, you can plug them into movies and they can play themselves. Yeah, and that is the sell in the movie. Floyd Mayweather could be in a movie, and we know Floyd for his greatness, 50-0, hits women, blah blah blah. And I said blah, 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 so add that to the chart. Whatever. It fit there, you fucks. Ronda's been KO'd twice. Yeah. The last fight wasn't even competitive. There's no more sell. What are you going to sell me on? What could you possibly sell me on? That greatness is gone. It is right now. So you're going to make her lead in the movie, and we're gonna recognize that's Ronda Rousey, the greatest women's champion of all time, undefeated. This is before her 2 losses when they're doing these movies and when she committed all these movies. So we're buying that. We're going to give her leeway because she's Ronda Rousey, greatest female fighter of all time. She's going to do this action movie, whatever movie she's going to do, and we're going to give her the pass because we want to see that greatness in that arena, which is the movies. When that greatness goes away and you're in movies, well, now you're just another actress. That greatness is gone. Now you're in the same lane as all these other actresses. Now people aren't buying tickets because you're the Ronda the Great. They're buying tickets to be entertained with your acting. So if your acting's poor, we can't sell that product. And that's what happened. So that acting well runs dry, man. And it's the nature of the business, even though, WME might financially back your story themselves or some shit, and they run some of Hollywood. Not as much as CAA does. Shout out to CAA. Don't get it twisted. CAA trumps them bitches. But it's a tough sell. Look at Gina Carano. Gina Carano did not take that fight with Ronda when it was offered. Because, all right, if we don't really think of Gina getting murked by Cyborg. That happened so long ago. Yeah. And she was still the pioneer of the sport. We remember her as being that hot girl. I still do. She was in Deadpool. But she's not, she's an actor. She's a straight actress. That's her thing. That's all she does. Mm-hmm. Her in Deadpool, she had 2 lines. She played a great part. She played her role. That's not Ronda. Maybe down the road, maybe when it's time passes. Those 2 knockouts were so vicious, man. That's how you remember Ronda as of right now. So there's no movies. That well in LA runs so fucking dry. It's just the nature of the business. If a legit actor bombs 2 blockbusters in a row, poof, that well goes, nope, get the fuck out of here. It's just, that's the way it works. But I don't think the acting was her passion. I think it was something fun for her to do. Again, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. And, I said this with Rogan. I think he'll agree to this. We're in the day and age, if you're not 100% all in on being a fighter, you're going to get fucked up.